The desecration of Sunday morning TV. When Trump broke the ritual. Sunday morning interviews used to carry a certain gravitas. They were part ritual, part accountability, a moment when leaders paused their script and faced probing questions. But yesterday, CNN crossed whatever line remained. They ran what they billed as an exclusive interview with President Trump. Only it wasn't an interview at all. It was a text exchange, delivered behind the black screen of anonymity. This isn't just sloppy journalism, it's a turning point. It's the moment when Sunday morning TV truly lost its integrity, dragged into the abyss of Trump's media strategy. Trump, the ratings. Jackpot. Here's the thing, Donald Trump understands television better than most politicians. He sees the commercials as the immovable framework. He treats interviews as contests to time bomb until the host runs out of seconds. He doesn't seek to win a policy debate. He wants to crash the format. When a Sunday show books Trump, it's not because they believe the exchange will enlighten viewers. They book him because it guarantees ratings. The desperation to lock him in becomes so extreme that standards collapse. Interviews get outsourced to phone calls, shortcuts, partial transcripts, and now, texting. CNN's stunt yesterday handed Trump the perfect escape hatch. They sent 5 written questions, and then waited, and waited. The answers came back by text. No on-camera presence. No voice print, no verification. CNN is still unable to prove the person texting was Trump. The illusion of an interview. What follows is not journalism, it's illusion. We don't know how long it took to reply. We don't know if those replies were drafted by aides, ghostwriters, or someone impersonating Trump. We don't know which questions he refused to answer. We don't know which probing questions were excluded from text. The replies we saw were predictable, safe, complete obliteration in response to what happens if Hamas insists on staying in power in Gaza. Good, we are winning and cutting costs big time. To, how do you think the government shutdown will end? Notice, no follow-ups, no pressure, no nuance, just a one-way dispatch, and CNN swallowed it whole, labeling it breaking news. That's not coverage, that's concession. If Joe Biden or any other president had responded this way, the outrage from cable hosts and press critics would be deafening. But when it comes to Trump, the standard keeps slipping. Trump's mental decline and media complicity. The monologue wonders, as Trump's cognitive decline becomes ever more visible, how far will media cut him slack? This text interview, which may have been typed carefully, deliberately over unknown time, is precisely the kind of maneuver suited to someone who struggles in impromptu debate and unscripted press settings. He's now the first president in American history who can answer interview questions at his leisure, from home, behind a screen. The man, or the person posing as him, is allowed to choose which questions are off limits, which answers to delay or refuse, and which lines to dodge. And then the interviewer pretends it's business as usual. When press corps in the White House today did the routine good question, bad question dance, not a single reporter challenged Trump's claim that, "I use tariffs to stop wars." They walked on, no follow-up, no pushback about the logic or the fallacy. The case of Ghislaine Maxwell. A higher stakes example. Then there's the Maxwell subplot. Ghislaine Maxwell, convicted of underage sex trafficking, got no justice from the Supreme Court yesterday. Her appeal was refused. That means her only shot could be a presidential pardon. When confronted, Trump, or the texter acting as Trump, said he'd take a look, talk to the DOJ. He claimed he didn't even know she had asked for one. The answer was unhinged. "I have a lot of people who have asked me for pardons." He continues mixing ambivalence and evasiveness. "I wouldn't consider it or not consider it." That is not a serious presidential answer. That is word salad, and CNN let it stand unchallenged. Meanwhile, Maxwell was refused a hearing by the Supreme Court. Just like 90% of litigants, the only legal door open to her is via Trump's discretion. Yet Trump can posture innocence, delay, dodge, and the media calls it coverage. Why this matters. What does this moment tell us? Media is collapsing under its own hunger for Trump. Shows will take any access, even mediated by text, if it means ratings. Each concession becomes the new floor. Standards deteriorate incrementally. First phone, then text, then AI-assisted prompts. The bar keeps sliding. Fact, accountability and urgency are sacrificed. The interviewer doesn't press on why he refused to answer, how long he took, or who wrote the text. The medium itself becomes the excuse for failure. Trump is rewriting the rules of power. He now controls not just the message and access, he controls the form of engagement. A media reckoning on Sunday mornings. Sunday morning interview shows have always carried sacred symbolism. They draw the lines between power and accountability, allowing public figures to answer in real time, under pressure, in shared time. That era isn't dead. Yet. But yesterday was a funeral bell. CNN may not realize it, but by legitimizing a text Q&A as an exclusive interview with the president, they crossed a boundary. They normalized the degradation of what was once a high journalistic tradition. What's next? Sunday shows handing over email questionnaires, pre-cleared answers only, or a future where Trump or his digital stand-ins never has to show face at all, the monologue delivered via teleprompter bot. If journalism doesn't stand firm here, demand transparency, demand voice, demand presence, it will never recover Sunday morning. It will be hollow form, not real inquiry.